focused on.
Please don't marry Camilla, with a picture of them all looking extremely chunky. I presume that's in widescreen.
I think that's just the way it's been printed there.
Unless they put it on over Christmas. Yes, please don't marry Camilla. And this is rather poignant, of course. Both boys as bereaved sons of Diana, apparently. Once again, I feel so tawdry in repeating these stories, but apparently they both begged Charles not to marry Camilla, presumably on the grounds that, he's the Prince of Wales. He could have had anyone.
I don't think they were saying that she was punching above her weight. So, I don't think that's what they meant.
Showing pictures of Playboy models. Look, Dad, you're going to be king. You could have one of these.
They could have had some sort of lottery in Wales. You could have done anyway. That's just.
I mean, their concern was that, in fact, they used the phrase "wicked stepmother." They were afraid that she was going to become a wicked stepmother.
Psychological archetype, isn't it?
Yes, Jungian.
Well, any stepmother is a wicked stepmother.
Well, but isn't this the case that all children effectively end up fearing or detesting the stepmother or stepfather, and vice versa? Apparently, most of the crimes, where there are crimes where a step-parent kills or attacks a child, it's always a stepchild.
Right.
Well, there's all manner of psychological things at play, because, of course, the stepmother is inevitably jealous of the former wife.
Yes.
And hence all the fairy tales. And of course, these are archetypes, aren't
I think particularly in a case like this where the mother died, so then they become elevated to a perfect
and was the most celebrated, beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, she kind of was pretty perfect when she was alive.
Is this one of these anecdotes from the book that is going to make people warm to Harry? Because a lot of the others don't seem to, but maybe this one will.
Well, I think this is something we can all feel sympathy for Harry over. I mean, he did suffer a tragic loss when he was only, I think he was 12 years old.
And he had to go out in public.
Yeah.
And so back then, of course, the royal family was all about the stoicism, wasn't it? So
exactly. That loss of stoicism is so damaging, though, isn't it? You see, as a dispassionate, uncommitted royalist myself, I've always been fond of the institution, but I've never invested in the individuals that make up that institution. I mean, frankly, it's horrendous when any of them open their mouths beyond "hello, what do you do?" I mean, and anything beyond that is something
where are you from? I like it when they say "where are you from?"
Yeah, which they keep saying quite a lot. But the Queen had it right, wasn't it? I mean, her whole thing was, I'm not going to reveal. We didn't really know what she felt about an awful lot of things, and that was better.
Yeah, and discretion was immaculate. And of course, when you let sunshine in, the magic evaporates.
And now we know everything about Harry. And we didn't want to know anything about Harry.
Yeah, now we like him less.
Yeah. Not good. Right, we'll move on to another front cover now, and this is The Sun. So their focus, Leo?
They say, this is a quote from Harry, it says, "I did coke and weed, because cocaine does make you urinate." So
it does.
Hey-o. But, so, I mean, he was apparently a proper caner back in the day.
But didn't we know this already?
Yeah, we already knew it, but it's nice for him to confirm it. So before I just had, the stories from friends who are friends with his drug dealer. And now I've got it in his book.
But also, I remember all these front covers of the tabloids back in the day when him partying naked in LA with various women.
Yes,
so we knew he was a party hound.
Yeah.
So of course coke was going to get involved. I mean, this is a revelation.
Back when he was fun. But I mean, I guess if you're in line to the throne and you're a sort of figurehead for the state, then you're not supposed to get off your face on cocaine.
I'm not so sure. I mean, Queen Victoria did buy heroin at Harrods back in the day.
I mean, that was acceptable back then.
It was.
They were allowed
totally. It was an opiate.
They put cocaine in Coca-Cola. That's why it's called Coca-Cola.
Exactly. Yeah. So we shouldn't judge them by modern standards. So you want us to judge Harry for his profligacy?
I do, although apparently he's moved on to mushrooms. I don't know if he says this in the book, but I've heard...
Are you just making that up?
No, I'm not. I've heard through the grapevine.
What kind of grapevine is this? Not happy about this. Roger, any thoughts about this? I mean, you're not surprised, are you, that as a young man...
No, of course not. He was, of course, a tearaway youth, wasn't he?
That's what the second prince is meant to be like.
And therefore rather charming. Yes, that's absolutely right. That's what the spur has licence to be and do.
Exactly.
But we don't want to know about it. That's the big deal.
And also, they're aristos. I mean, this is what aristos... I mean, they'll do a lot worse than that.
Yeah. As I say, I've never invested in the individual, and when they lose what is the essential magic, their sense of duty and stoicism and propriety, then you've got nothing left.
Yeah.
And then we've got this one.